Throughout the judge reading that indictment, she would look down at her computer, look down at the desk, finally cry in front of the jury. And throughout jury selection today, she would very rarely meet the juror's gaze eye to eye. Why, JoEllen Demetrius? That would be the first thing I would, if I were a defense attorney, that I would tell my client. I told victims' families that, murder victims, all type of victims. I would tell them and their families, you look at the jury, you look in their face, look in their eye. Tell me if you've got a connection to any of these jurors, if you get a vibe with them, if you get a good or bad vibe about them. That's who I want on this jury. I don't care who they are, what they do for a living, even if they don't work. I don't care if they're white, if they're black. It doesn't matter. What matters is if you get that connection with a juror and you sense, you feel that they are with you, then they need to be in that jury box. So why? Why is she not looking at them?
Well, it's hard to say. I mean, certainly that could have been the recommendation by the defense attorney, but, they also could have told her when you look at them, you don't stare at them. You can only look at them for a period of time. But I really think beyond that, the psychological component of where she is, what's happening to her, hit this day in this courtroom, which is obviously 100 miles away from the courtroom she's been in up to this point. So I think that everything aside, everything the defense attorneys may have told her, I think it just hit her that, oh my God, I'm in this situation and I'm in a lot of trouble.
And another thing, JoEllen, we got to cut off when we had to go to break. Everybody, JoEllen Demetrius is with us. Our whole panel, from Gene Casares to the attorneys, the medical examiner, here taking your calls and your questions. JoEllen, you've been on a lot of high-profile cases, and I got to tell you, as a juror, I'm sure that I would be more sympathetic to little Kelly who lost her life. But if I saw, not so much Top Mom crying, but if I saw Top Mom's mother or her father or her brother crying at the thought that she would be put to death, that might get to me. That might stir my heart. But they're not there.
Well, they're not there, and I think that a lot of it has to do with you want to have that family unity, and based on what we know about what happened yesterday at the jail with Casey not seeing the mom.
JoEllen,
I think that
so
there's that
right.
component.
Because come on, it's Mother's Day weekend.
Absolutely.
And so more of a day would you want to be with your mother, that you need your mother the most, is when you're about to go to trial. And if Top Mom, was worried about being caught on video or being caught on audio, you don't have to talk about the trial. I would just want to lay my eyes on my mother. And so I just find that very hard to take in, that she sent her own mother packing from the jail.
Well, and obviously, I think that's why we didn't see the family there today, because I think that, the defense was concerned about the interaction between Mom and Casey, and they didn't want to pollute, if you will, the pool even more than it may be polluted by having that dynamic going on in the courtroom.
Right.